It's like this. A very wealthy husband and wife decided to build a beautiful mansion in the center of their city to live in. And so they chose a hilltop and put up a most beautiful house. The lawns were perfectly manicured and the grounds were beautifully landscaped. And then when you went into the house, the walls were hung with beautiful paintings, and the floors had Persian carpets and patterned rugs on them. And everything was absolutely perfect. There was antique furniture in every room, gathered from all over the European cities. And the air in the home was beautifully scented and beautifully air-conditioned and filtered so that everything was perfect. And they themselves were dear people. They lived ordered lives and lived in real harmony with each other. And so the whole home was beautiful and absolutely spotless. And they had one son. And that son was given every advantage that they could offer him. And then he was sent to college. And there he got into the old drugs and alcohol routine. And despite all their attempts to communicate their love to him, he just went downhill, downhill, and eventually ended up on Skid Row. And then one day, he was so high on drugs that, of all places, he decided in his wandering, mad mind to stagger up that hill to this family home. And so he staggered up the hill and blasted his way through the front door. And as he went through, he pulled furniture down onto the floor as he staggered backwards and forwards and went into the living room and pulled down some of the pictures from the walls and then collapsed on the floor in the middle of his own sickness and his own vomit. And when the father and mother came in, they ran over to him. And despite the wretched stench that filled the room now, and despite the dirt and the filth that he had already spread in the living room just in those few brief moments, they went over to him and put their arms around him. And they told him that they were so glad he was back, and that as far as they were concerned, he was their son, and he belonged to them, and this was his home, and this was where he should be. And of course he looked up at them, and through the madness of his own drug state, he could hardly believe what he was hearing. He was just terribly embarrassed and ashamed, and he mumbled some words, but no, you can't take me back. I don't fit into this. This is incongruous. I'm the opposite of everything that you have in this home. You can't take me back. And the father said to him, I look into your eyes and I see my image in you. I can see myself in you. You are still my son. And as far as I'm concerned, you're completely restored to our favor, and this is your home, and we receive you here. And the son, of course, had to accept, well, yeah, that's it. It doesn't make sense, but that's it. That's what this verse says to all of us. If the Father says it, we can't see sense maybe in it, but we can't question it. It's fact. And then, of course, the son realizes, well, but I can't stay. I can't stay. I can't stay the way I am. If I continue the way I am, I'll just spread my filth and my dirt all over this home. I'll destroy it for you. And at that moment, the father stooped down and lifted the boy up and took him up the stairs to the bathroom. And with his own hands, he washed away all the dirt. The boy had tried to wipe away some of the dirt with his handkerchief, but the handkerchief was dirty. Everything the boy had was dirty. It didn't matter what he wiped, he made it worse. He couldn't clean himself because he himself was all full of filth and dirt. But the father lifted him up and took him up to the bathroom and put him in the bath and started to lovingly wash all the dirt away. And then he got out a good suit of his own, and he gave it and put it on the boy and brought him down. And he said to him, however long it takes, however many times you fall, I will be here to do everything to lift you up and to clean you and to make you the kind of person that will be at home in this beautiful heaven we have here. Now that's what God has done in Jesus for you. He has restored you not only to his favor, but he has restored you to his image.